Welcome back, ladies and worms. We got a 2011 6L80E 4x4 5.3 1500, assuming like Silverado. The gentleman told me that it's got like a 1500 RPM slip, had some codes for speed sense, output speed sensor, so that's going to get replaced anyway, the input and output speed sensor. Fluid does look a little weird, like on the fluid, like if we look here, like on the fluid, like it's a very strange kind of, like even the customer said, it's almost like, looked like engine oil. I mean, it's not, it smells like tranny fluid, but it is kind of a weird color. It's kind of like in between that red, but it's not like brown like you'd normally see. So it is kind of weird, color going on there. So is strange, but let's see, let's just go ahead and get into this hoss. Yeah, see the fluid, you see it better in the light. It's like really weird color. So they already drained it, so get these couple pan bolts off here. These are such big units, takes up a lot of room on my small 6-foot tables. Get the filter out of here. Let's see, I don't see much contaminant on the filter. Doesn't look too hateful. Let's look at the pan a little bit. We can kind of see there's some chunkies going on. Not a lot, I mean, it looks pretty good. The magnet up here, pretty good coverage on it. I mean, doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, I don't see a ton of metal flake, but there is some chunks up along this little edge here, but not like a total pump destruction. So, I mean, that's good, but odds are it probably needs a pump anyway, more than likely. But, we'll see once we get into it and start looking at it a little closer. Just gotta get our connector out of here, pass through. You can just pull up on this release tab and get something, kind of grab a hold of it and wiggle it around and pull her out. It's got the O-rings on it there. I mean, these units aren't too bad to really take apart just because of how they, made them, because it's more like a ZF. Let's see, get the right socket here. And there's just the 6 bolts holding this in. It's hard to see them. I can't even see them all. Come on, get out of there. Should have been, is that 6? Yeah, that should have been all. Am I missing anything? No, that's off, that's coming with it. Maybe I am missing, well, let me get my, I thought I had it. See, it's nice of the valve, but I mean, but the disadvantages of, having Techums and complete module bodies like this is if any of these solenoids are bad, which he said they weren't because he didn't have any Techum codes except for the output speed sensor code, which has got some contaminant on it, which could have led to that. Maybe there's some more clutch material here. But yeah, see this little sensor run, I will replace that just because of the fact he had that code. Well, any build anyway gets that. Doesn't always get the whole Techum module with all the shift solenoids and pressure solenoids. Or the Prindle, unless there's codes indicating it. That's what makes it hard to quote these, because not knowing, what's going on with the unit. Get your seal out of there. But yeah, I mean, it's not like the worm channel-y stuff like the 60Es and 80Es and things like that. Slide that up to the edge a little bit. Just gotta snag the pump out of here. Where's my 15? Which I like these better because they don't have those torques that always strip like on the 60Es. I gotta grab the lockup O-ring. I forgot to get that off here. And it's flat as a flitter too. If I can get it out. Oh yeah, it's real flat. But again, the unit's gonna get, you know, the Sonics, you know, valve updates, the transgo updates and stuff like that to the valve body and the pump. But yeah, that O-ring, it's not broke. You know, you'll see that sometimes they'll snap, but it's just flat. So I mean, it's definitely worn out. Sometimes if you can get lucky without really, I like to try and take it all out as like one piece here, and it makes a mess. Let me grab my squeegee. Even though it's drained, it's still got tons of fluid in it. So get this out of the way. We'll snag that pump apart, take a look at it real quick. And it's better to do it in segments too. Get my flashlight, take a look here at the journals. Don't look too bad. Splines look okay. Bushing looks real nice. I mean, it gets a new one anyway, but the bushing looks good. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, washer's intact, the rings look good. I mean, yeah, so I mean, so far, I mean, the outside of it looks good. Generally, you don't see a lot of destruction on that, really. Let's see, what are they? 8s. Get all of our 8s out of here. And these are all the same length, so you don't have to worry about confusing any of them. These are a lot more finicky than the 4L60Es. If there's like any wear here at all, you can either resurface it or get a new complete, you know, housing. Gotta grab my brake clean real quick so I can clean it off a little better. Let's see. I mean, it looks pretty good, but I do see some. Yeah, I mean, it's not. There's a little chatter on it. There's some like right here, my pick's picking that, but the shadowing's not bad here. I mean, you can barely feel it. I mean, you can even see where my pick is scratching it. So I mean, it's not, even with the gloves on, I really don't feel any groove to it. So let's, I mean, that looks good. So I mean, that's, you know, money savings, but most of the time you'll see the more damage inside of the bell housing and the pump body, really. Let's get your spring out of there. Let's see. And of course, falling everywhere on me. Let's see. Get the slide out of here. It's cool they changed that. Like the 700s, they added the spring stays to the pin. But you gotta check that pin wear too. Get veins out of there. Get it cleaned up best we can real quick. Alright, we'll grab the rest of these veins. Alright, let's see. Yeah, well, I mean, you can see where, you can still see the machine marks in it. You can see when they cut this, how it's, the machine marks are still in it and still good. Let's see if we feel any. I don't feel anything through my glove. Yeah, there's some right in the center here. The pick's grabbing it. Yeah, right here too. Oh yeah. It's more on the exit side and the pickup. Starts right on the pickup, not the exit. So I mean, yeah, I would recommend we do a bell housing. The stator's good, bell housing we should do, you know, pump kit, and it's kind of a given, and then still do the valves in the stator, things like that. Move this out of the way. This thing is take up so much space. I need a bigger bench, need like a 12-footer. Just to accommodate the size of them. Let's see. All right. Oh. Come on. I like to keep everything in order until I go through it all so I can double check. I mean, we can see here there's definitely some hurt clutches there. Just tell by looking at the hub that they got hot. You can see it clearly right there how hot and heated they got. But you know, we'll get into it. Let me move this stuff so it doesn't roll on me. All right, let's see. I gotta get the monster snap ring pliers out just to get this out of here. And then it rolls on you, of course. Going the other way, maybe. Come on. I gotta move it off the bench a little. Come on, get in there. You mother. There, he's gotta get it. Oh, you turd. Let me use the back of the bench to hold it, maybe. Nah, see, it can't get the bottom. There, come on, now don't move. Boy, that thing is in there, boy. I would not want to attempt that without these big ass pliers. All right, let's see. Sometimes these come out real nice and easy, other times they don't. Ah, see, it got a little cockeyed on me. Just got to try and straighten it back up. Damn. Just got a little cockeyed. Still. So just kind of tap it back down in to center it. Oh, I felt it get off center. There we go. Look at the gravy train. Make sure everything was in correct, yeah. Just move everything around. Come on, let's see. Get our bearing out of here. Okay. Then I can stand the case up and get it out of the way. We can go through each subcomponent. Where's my squeeger? All right, let's get this out of the way. Make some more room. We'll start from the top. Work our way back here. Let's see. Yeah, it's like on this drum, they love to crack around this weld here. Is where they'll crack. And it's an OEM drum, so no one's ever been into it. I gotta get my tester to check it. Excuse me. All right, let's get this in here. I mean, you can do it on the pump stator, but it's just easier, more reliable using the tool. Do 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 do. Let's see. See, I'm just watching the little bleed hole. I mean, you can take some liquid, spray it on it. You could use soapy water too if you want. See it steaming off of there, but then we'll just hit it. I don't see any bubbles around the outside. So the drum's not cracked, so that's good. Some people arbitrarily replace it, but it's not a cheap drum, a couple $100. All right, let's take a look at the clutches here, see what we got. I mean, they look pretty decent. Nothing too bad. I'm expecting to see the next set. I think, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. This should be the set that has some damage to it. Can't even get the damn pressure plate out. Yeah, so I mean, the piston might have some issues. I'll have to look at that a little deeper, but you can see how the bluing on the plates, how they're definitely burned. You know, not uncommon to see that really. You know, but we confirmed that it's not leaking from inside the stator, so I mean, we still could have, you know, a piston application, which we might very well have because of how burnt that is. Let me set this over here. Set this aside. Okay, and let's check these real quick. Check the hubs. Where's my hook tool? Make sure there's nothing broken here. It looks okay. Let's see. Bearing's still intact. Race is still good. You want to check the splines, look at the journals. I mean, it's not bad. It's not really beat up. It's just a lot of clutch material on it right here. So, I mean, that'll clean up fine because the splines look real good. The journal looks good. Same here. Check your journals. Just needs new bushings. Bearing looks good. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Let's put this back. Yeah, even that bushing looks really nice. So. The hub assembly is fine, just real dirty and gross. Oops. I'm gonna get the clutches out first. Let's see. I mean, not bad, little heat marks, nothing bad. I mean, it's gonna get a master kit anyway. I mean, you can still see the lindered finish on the steel. So, I mean, it's good shape. washer and our bearing. And you want to check your ring surfaces real good. This journal here, I mean, it looks really good condition there. Don't really see anything. You know, if we had a problem with this double piston, we would have seen burnt clutches, which we didn't see. So let's see, let's get this stuff set aside. So nothing, you know, it looks good. The ring gear looks all right. I don't really see anything. The planet, I mean, the planet's cherry. There's nothing, no wear on the planet whatsoever. Splines look great. All right, let's get here. Oh, Lordy. Probably only that set of clutches is the ones that'll be hurt. And because these look really good too. They don't have a lindered finish to them, but this pack doesn't. Sure I got them all out. Yeah, you gotta press the sprag and all that stuff out. I'm not gonna do that on camera. Just, man, these have a little heat to them. Nothing crazy though. Nothing too terrible. Move stuff around here. I was just looking real quick to see if the gears had any signs of any damage, and they don't. Ring gear looks nice. The output journal's fine. Excuse me, the bearing feels good. That journal looks nice. The planet's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So, I mean, not really that bad, really. Just, you know, realistically, you kind of could get away with patch building it, but, you know, I don't really do that. But, you know, it's going to need the bell housing pump, the pump kit, the updates to the pump, the valves, the updates to the valve body. And then our hub just needs cleaned up, all new molded pistons. That one set of clutches is wasted. But other than that, you know, not really too bad because there's no Tecum codes. He's not replacing that. Trying to think what else. A billet converter for it, of course. So he's going to retune it and reprogram it correctly. But I mean, yeah, it's not really that bad of a build because of the damage is really limited. I'm surprised that the pump is actually in as good a shape that it is, which really saves him a decent amount of money. So, and that's good. And then plus the Tecum, he's not changing that, you know, just real dirty. Everything needs cleaned real good, and the solvent and the hot tank and all that stuff. But I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching, and check back soon.